Hello, it's Jenny from Ginger Ninja Crafts. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I am here with my wrap up for the month of July, as it is. Yep, it's the 1st of August today. This is a series of videos I've been filming this year where I just have a little chatty catch up at the beginning of a month and talk about the crafty things I've done that month, how I'm getting on with crafty goals, what kind of other stuff has been going on in life, what I've been reading. I think that's it. So one of the things that has happened just in the last few days actually of July is I have passed 700 subscribers. So I wanted to say a huge thank you to everybody, whether you subscribe, whether you like, leave a comment, or this is the first time that you've ever watched one of my videos. It really does mean the world to me. And I know it's just a number, but I was so excited when I saw, and I think I'm now at 710. Watch, I'll say this, and the next time I check, I'll be down to 708 or something. It's weird how that happens. I suppose somebody might then watch another video and go, oh no, I don't want to see any more of that woman. I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, I passed 700, so that's very exciting. So yeah, thank you so much. Now, July, what I did was a lot of my videos were focused on Christmas time. I did a sort of Christmas in July series, and there's a little playlist for those if you want to see. And I didn't achieve what I said. I thought, could I get all my Christmas cards done in July? No, I couldn't. But I've got this many done. So I thought I might do a quick run through of all the ones that I made. I think they're sort of in order. So I made this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, my pile's going to fall over, 47, 48, 49, 50. That's not bad, is it? Plus, I've got some tags here that I made. So I think I've got 5 of those. Oh, and some little ones too. And 4 of those. So that is 50 cards and 9 tags more than I had at the start of the month. So I'll call that an achievement. I am going to start doing a bit of Christmas every month between now and then, because obviously I've not got everything done, and I do still need to work on some designs for the shop. So yeah, you'll still see some Christmas things, but not as much for certainly August and September. Other thing I was trying to do was join in with some more challenges on YouTube. So I did this July, I did the sketch challenge, the fancy fold card challenge, Tag Tuesday. I only made 2 videos, but I think I did all 4 prompts. I did the Scrappy Scraps and Strips challenge. I hadn't done that for a few months, and I also joined back in with Save Me From the Bin. And I'm hoping to have time to get the PT tag one done, but I didn't do it in July. But I think Ashley doesn't put up the new prompt until a few days into the month, so I might have time to do that. And I had all well intentions of doing the 20 challenge, but I didn't. In terms of commissions for cards that I made, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So one was for, my husband asked me to make one for one of his clients, which is a record shop, and they were having their 3rd birthday, which is actually today. And they've invited us, they're having a little party. They had it last year as well. It was great fun. They had some drinks, and they had some of their customers did little DJ slots, playing some of their favourite music, and it was just very relaxed and nice people, and there was quite a lot of people brought dogs, so that was always lovely. If you get to speak to a dog, then that's a good party, isn't it? So yes, I will stop the video now and insert a few photographs of the cards that I've made for commission. You can spot if you see which one's for the record shop. Other thing that I've not done for a few months is cross stitch, and I did start another cross stitch this month. So this is the progress I've made. I used to be a Highland dancer, and that's what this one is. So this is by, what are they called? Something like Vivid Stitch. Is it really obvious? Vivid Stash. Vivid Stash, and they are a Scottish company, and they do all sorts of different Scottish designs. I have done the cat one before, you might have seen, as a little Scottish wildcat, and they all use this tartan, which the company have designed this tartan, and they have registered it with the tartan authorities. I feel like I should know. Maybe it says in here. Let me pause. I don't know. It just says it's just new certified tartan designed exclusively by Vivid Stash. So they have also got a very cute Highland goo, and they've got it in like the kind of negative or the positive. The thistle's nice as well. I have one that is the Orkney Islands, which I am going to very soon. So maybe I'll take that one to do there. I have to say, I thought my wildcat was a bit messy, but this one I put it on a hoop, and I think my stitches are a bit tidier. When I hold it up with the light, you can see my threads underneath. Oh, that's not how it's going to appear when it's framed, obviously. So yeah, so I have done that. What else do I need to say? In terms of August, I'm going to start doing some autumn. I can't stop myself. So I'm going to do a kind of cosy autumn crafting series from August, September, and let's face it, I'll probably still be doing it in October. So yeah, if you've got anything in particular that you would fancy seeing for that, please let me know. Obviously, there will be cards, but I have been jotting down ideas for things. I also wondered about doing some bookmarks and maybe some journaly type bits. I'm definitely going to keep going with my pixie powders. I am back in a sort of obsession with them, and they'll be lovely for those autumnal colours. So I just need to check that I've got a good range of colours for autumn projects. But yeah, if you have enjoyed, I did a couple of Christmassy videos that were pixie powders, so I will add to that with some autumnal themed ones. But yeah, if there's anything else that you would like to see more of in my channel, over the next little while, then please do let me know. In terms of other stuff that we got up to, July was quite a busy month. We have been doing quite a bit in the garden because it had got really overgrown, and all I was really growing was weeds out there. So we've done a lot of clearing, and we bought some lovely new plants that are in the ground. I'm hoping today we might stop off at the garden centre and get some bark, because I want to put bark around them to try and, well, if we get more dry weather, to keep the moisture in the soil, but also to sort of suppress the weeds a wee bit. And I've cleaned out my greenhouse. I did think I backed myself into a cane that was kind of sticking out in the greenhouse, and I thought it was full of spiders, and I thought a spider or a mouse maybe has run up the leg of my trousers. Neither of those things happened. It was about 7:30 in the morning when I was out there, and I managed to not scream out loud. I just shrieked sort of reasonably quietly at my husband, "I think there's a mouse run up the leg of my trousers," and then ran into the house before I took off the trousers, which I thought was quite restrained, that I didn't flash the whole everybody that overlooks my garden. And he just stood there and, what now? What happened? There was no mouse, there was no spider. It was just a cane that touched me. Come here. He just protects me, didn't you? He was upset with me this morning because I went outside in my pyjamas and I was watering plants, and you do a little walk round to see how everything is, and oh, the filthy look I got. He was sitting looking out the window at me like, what are you doing out there? But yeah, so that's been good, and we have made some progress. I've got my beds ready for putting in some veggies and things for autumn winter picking, and I have planted up some herbs and some radishes. The radishes have gone, whoa, they look amazing. So yeah, I'll maybe insert a little clip if you're interested right at the end of the garden, in case you are. It's far from perfect, but it's better than it was, so that's good. I think I might have a little clip of it when it was really bad to shame myself. If I can find that, I'll put the before and after, and you can see how much we've done. We also had a visitor for a week. My husband's cousin came and stayed. She was on a course for 3 days, but we had 3 days of touring different places and going and visiting some nice big houses, some stately homes, and what else did we do? Oh, we went to printing works, Victorian printing works. We went to see Scone Palace, Newhale's House, Traquair Palace, I think. We took her to a whiskey distillery, which she enjoyed. Yeah, it was lovely. So I'll put some clips in from that, because I think I'm always interested in what people have been up to. So I will insert those clips just now, and then I'll talk about books. So if you're not interested in books, don't worry. I always do a little giveaway, so I'll do that right now rather than at the end, so I don't make the non-bookish people have to sit through that. So if this is a top secret giveaway, and you don't get a lot, you just get a card and a couple of little bits through the post. I try and adapt it to what I know about the person. And I'll send it anywhere. A couple of months ago picked Marcy, who lives in the USA, and it arrived safely. So I'm getting confident with posting abroad and hoping that it arrives. So anywhere you like. All you need to do is don't mention giveaway, just use the word whiskey in your comments. And at middle of the month, I will put all those names into a duck race. It gives me great entertainment having a duck race, and we'll see which duck is fastest. It was Lorna Callahan last month. She had a very speedy duck. So yeah. Okay, if you're not interested in the bookish part, cheerio, see you later. I'll be back very soon with a crafty video. So this is our little seating area. We've just had friends round for a braai, which is a barbecue. And then this is my dead plum tree. I don't know what's happened, but it didn't survive. And here's the back door. Got a little bit there. And here is some herbs and radishes growing very nicely. And then got a little border. We've got some bark I need to put down, but there we go. That was our little Christmas tree one year, and we put it in the ground. And then I've got my greenhouse. I need to get some stuff planted, but it's all tidied out and ready. And then I've got 2 raised beds ready for some autumn planting. My raspberries are going a bit bananas. And then this one here is a little strawberry bed. They're all done now though. And I am about to go and sit on that sofa there. A little swing seat with my book. And of course it's me, a Diet Pepsi. So, hope you've all had a lovely weekend. I am reading Frankie Boyle. Meantime, yeah, I'm gonna sit and chill. Okay, the bookish part. There's not so much to talk about this time. When we last spoke about books, I was just about to start Frankie Boyle Meantime. I have not finished it yet. I'm this far through. I did start it, and then I panicked about my book club book because that was it. So I put it down while I read my book club book, and I've just picked it up again. I am enjoying it. It's a murder mystery. I can just imagine Frankie reading it out loud. I wonder if he does the audio book for it, because that would be really funny. But yeah, it's maybe not for the faint-hearted, but if you like Frankie Boyle's sense of humour, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. I'm enjoying it so far. Our book club book for my local book club was This Dominion by C.J. Sansom. Sansom? I understand he has written a series that's like, somebody in the book club was talking about it, like sort of murder mysteries set in medieval times or a long time ago anyway. But this one is a reimagining of the Second World War, where basically Churchill does not become Prime Minister. So I can't remember who does become Prime Minister. Can't remember. He is in favour of appeasement. So rather than going to war with Germany, they become allies with Germany. Britain does. And so there is German involvement in British politics. Oswald Mosley, who people might have heard of, who was a British fascist, he is very prominent in the British Parliament, and there are black shirts and members of the Gestapo, etc., running around. So it is, it's quite scary. It's really big. It's like about 700 pages, and I think it could have been a lot less than that. For me, not a huge amount happens. It follows people in the resistance who work in the civil service, and also a man whose brother is working on the atomic bomb in America, and he is in a mental hospital, and the resistance are trying to save him because he knows things that are very top secret, basically. The ending is quite exciting. There's a bit of a sort of chase and a getaway, but a lot of it's like they go to a safe house, they're there for 5 days, you think nothing really happens. I don't know that I would recommend it, but if you're really into this kind of book, the guy that runs our book club, he really is into sort of historical war novels, and I think he enjoyed it more than most of us. But yeah, really wasn't very much for me. But it is quite good writing. I had about halfway through it. So if you're not Scottish, maybe, or British, maybe don't know, but the SNP, Scottish National Party, has been in charge in Scotland and our Scottish Parliament for a long time, several years. And the SNP kept getting a mention and talking about them like they were fascists. And the SNP is pretty left-leaning, or we have a lot more left-leaning policies in Scotland than down south. So in England, you pay for your prescription charges. I think it's nearly £10. We don't pay a prescription fee here. We have free university education for Scottish citizens here. That's not the case in England. So I was like, maybe SNP stands for something else. And so I Googled it, and so the book was written sort of in the run-up to the independence referendum in 2014, and C.J. Sansom is Scottish and is a very staunch unionist, so he wants Scotland to remain in the UK. So that was kind of an interesting take on things. And at the end, there's, what is it even called, the end? Oh, James. There's a historical note which kind of goes into his thinking. But yeah, very anti-Scottish independence. And as a pro-independence person, I was a bit like, give it a rest, CJ. Anyway, I also read a book which was lent to me and I do not have it. So I will put a little photograph in just now. So that one was called How to Find Love in a Bookshop by Veronica Henry, I think. Probably not something I would have picked up myself, but a friend had brought it round and said, oh, you should read that. And I'd had it on my shelf for ages. I hadn't seen her for ages. They were coming round for a barbecue. I thought, I really need to read that book and give it back to her. So I did read it, and actually I really enjoyed it. It's a sort of cosy kind of romance set in, I want to say it's maybe in the Cotswolds or somewhere, set in a very quaint village somewhere where a woman inherits a bookshop when her father dies and she decides to try and make it into a profitable business. It's been a bit of a sort of passion project for her father, but she wants to be able to make it profitable, and it's about various people in the village dealing with the death of the father, the bookshop owner, and there's obviously a bit of a romance story in there. So yeah, I enjoyed it. If you want something kind of cozy and romantic, I would definitely recommend that. And then I finished this one, Val McDermott, Queen Macbeth. This is one of a series of books. I think are they called Dark History or something? Does it say? No. I think this is the fifth one, and I have read them all up to that point, and then I think there's another two. So this one is obviously about the Queen Macbeth, not the man Macbeth, and it is sort of she acknowledges that a lot of the story of Macbeth is rubbish, that Macbeth did exist, that's about it. They're not the power-hungry, bloody tyrants that Shakespeare wrote in his Scottish play. Macbeth wasn't even his name. His wife wasn't Lady Macbeth. If you can't get their names right, how can we trust anything else he tells us? So she still called them Macbeth, just so that we know who she's talking about. But it's much more focused on Macbeth's wife and the three ladies who are called witches in the play. I have to say, I've never seen Macbeth. I don't think I read it at school. I'm not that familiar with the story. I don't know. I'm not really good at reading Shakespeare. I'm quite interested to know what the differences are now, though. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It kind of goes dual timeline story and about kind of the dangers they were facing, and they're on the run in places. And so yeah, if you like that kind of thing, then I would recommend it. The other ones, it's not my favourite of the series. I think there is one called Hex, which is about the witch trials in Scotland. There's one called Rizzio that's about the murder of one of Mary Queen of Scots' loyal assistants or friends. I think that's my favourite because I do have a bit of an obsession with Mary Queen of Scots. There's one about St Columba and one about Bonnie Prince Charlie escaping after Culloden, I think. I remember those two less well, but Hex and Rizzio are very good, and this is very good as well. So that is all I read this month. But I think, I don't know, I don't really keep track of the pages, but a little one and a big fat one. So yeah, I do have a bit of holiday time in August, so hopefully I'll get a bit more read. I want to finish this one. Have also started this one, which another friend lent me, and she loves this author. In fact, she is now coming for a barbecue tomorrow, and this will definitely not be finished. But I have started it. It's kind of Edwardian, about a couple who she married this man after her first fiance killed himself, and now there is a man has reappeared claiming to be this fiance, and he's very much alive. So I don't know what else is going to happen there, but it reads really nicely, and I'm quite intrigued to know what's going to happen. So I think that's everything I usually talk about. Thank you so much for watching. As I say, thank you if you are one of my subscribers. Thanks so much. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed already and you've made it to the end of this video, I'd love it if you did. As I say, I'm going to have a little subscriber giveaway coming up very soon, and anybody can enter my surprise giveaway by adding whiskey into their comments. I don't insist that you are a subscriber for that. Sorry if you can hear Ozzy giving me his complaints. I think he thinks it's time for TREAT, and he's probably right. So I am going to say cheerio to you, and I will get all of those TREATS out for him and his brother. See you soon with another crafty video. Bye now.